Happy Friday. Welcome to the first episode of the Just Below Average podcast. We're here to bring you the news from around the sports world, along with our terribly, terribly bad takes. We're your hosts. I'm B-Doss. We got Lamar and Mage with me. We're not anything spectacular when it comes to sports, but we're just avid fans of very bad teams. So we're here to bring that to you. I'm Brian. I'm a Titans fan, as bad as that is for me this past year, but we're going to be better. We're in the Super Bowl with Will Levis next year. Lamar?
I'm Lamar. As the hoodie indicates, I'm a Chargers fan. Unfortunately, it's been upset after upset for 20 years, longer than that. But hey, we stick with it. And Herb, we trust.
Yeah, so I'm Davis. You can call me Mage. We've got three last names, so we're gonna erase all three of them. We're gonna stick with Mage. Yeah, by the hat, I'm a Redskins football team, Commanders fan. That'll probably be changing within the next few years. So every 2 years, we're probably going to change the football team, and then we'll establish a new one. So got to get rid of Commanders. You can't spell Commanders without Dan. Dan Snyder's gone. We got to get rid of that. So,
well, welcome, guys. We appreciate y'all being here. We're going to be your hosts through this journey that we're starting today. Should be fun. We're going to do this in our spare time. We hope you enjoy it. And we hope he enjoyed as much as Davis's cats love to be in the back of his room.
Yeah, perfect.
So, our first topic, we've got college basketball finality to the conference tournament. We're filming this on a Thursday. We're trying to get to Friday to start recording. My first question is who's going to spice up seedings in their conference tournament? Who's going to finish out the year in a way that makes it to where they get from that 6 seed to a 3 seed? Any conference. My first one is going to be Kentucky. I think if we can win out, which is a terrible loss to LSU the other night, but you got to push through. You got to beat Bama this weekend. You got to continue on to, I think it's Arkansas at home, and then it's Tennessee. You got to finish those games out, and you got to win and hope that Tennessee or somebody loses before that to make that jump. I think they're projected like a 5 seed or 6 seed right now. Get up there, win some games, and play your basketball because the defense had been lax. It was good for 2 games. It was bad Tuesday night, whatever it was. It was really bad. So we got to get back to doing that and play good offense and stop worrying about how Cal's coaching and how he's subbing. Let the man make the decisions and take all the pressure off the players and support them.
I have to be honest. I don't think either of those are going to happen. I don't think the Cats make a jump. I don't think the Cats beat Alabama. The Cats, they're making me mad. And it's brutal to watch. They keep saying, it's the defense. I don't know what it is. You watch the games, you don't know what it is.
I think it's more of a lack of effort. I think it's – if you watched last night, let's take Reed, for example. Great on-ball defender. One of the better on-ball defenders that we've had over the last 4 seasons. But off the ball, he's just so stagnant. He just ball watches the entire time, doesn't see where his man's at. His man hits a short corner-to-corner cut across to him. He gets there late. They hit an open 3. And then the last play of the game, a dude he puts a body on somebody but doesn't push back. They push him into underneath the rim. They go up, get a nice tap in for the win. I think it's more about effort on their part, and they're just not taking it. Like, seriously, like they should.
I don't know, but with Reed, you can't. I mean, like you said, you got to have that on-ball defender. Nobody else. I mean, DJ Wagner. He puts pressure. Rob Dilling, he puts pressure. But as far as our best, it's got to be Reed, and in some aspects, he's a liability. But it really comes down to the fact that if everybody's not on or hitting that night or at the top of their game, it's going to be tough for them to make the stretch.
I also think our bigs playing the way they've been playing, they played great for 2 games, but the games they don't play great, we lose, right? We lose in the last second tap in. We lose. We're up by 14 at one point on teams or 8-10, and they come back, and it's because our bigs just aren't playing. I mean, Aaron Bradshaw's projected lottery pick when he started the year, and I can't even honestly see him going in the first round, other than the fact that he's got size, and that's what NBA teams look for at that point.
How many kids do they have projected to go to the draft now?
I think they've got 3 in the first round.
Yeah, before the LSU game, they projected Reed, Rob, and I think Trey Edwards in the first round, and then there was 2 in the second round. Is that right?
Rob was projected third. I think Reed was 6 or 7, and then Justin Edwards was like 21st.
Well, that's my spice up on the seedings. What y'all got?
I mean, that's a tough question because I'm a Cats fan, but now I'm an Illinois resident, so I have to go with my Illini, fighting Illini. I think they'll come out of the Big Ten and make a splash. I mean, they look pretty good. They've been consistent over the last 2-3 years. You see them in the seedings and winning games, winning big games. But it's about the finishing. If they can finish strong, I think they could make a run.
I think the Big Ten's up in the air anyway. I don't think anybody's got it locked. I think it's going to take somebody who can win consistent games in a row and then win. I mean, it's not like, the SEC, there's 4 clear-cut favorites. The ACC, there's probably 3. The Big Ten, I don't know who's going to win that. I can tell you it's not going to be Bill's Ohio State team because they're terrible.
No. But I can never root against my betting favorite, the Maryland Terrapins.
Have they not upset you over the past few years?
Oh, they've caused me so much pain, and my bank, they've hurt my bank account.
For those who don't know, Lamar will take Maryland any day of the week in college basketball or college football, no matter who they're playing. He always thinks they're going to come out on top. They do not. If he's negative in sports betting, that's the reason why.
I don't know. I'd probably have to say I'm either negative or in the positive, or in the small positives.
Mage, what you got?
Negative. I go up, and then I go right back down. And then I stay down, and then I had to put more money in the account, which is like the worst thing ever. But just kind of let everybody know, my schedule compared to the sports schedule is a little bit different. My basketball season doesn't start until after the Super Bowl. So I'm just now at the beginning of the season. So I really don't know what's going on. All I know, I see this Indiana State team, the Sycamores, but they got this guy, Robbie Avila. He is maybe 2, but definitely number 3 on the favorite basketball players for any middle-aged white man. Yeah, definitely behind Reed Shepherd. Anytime you're with any type of Kentucky fans and Reed gets the ball, he touches the ball, he makes a pass, he swings the ball. That kid's so smart. He's awesome. So it's all here. And then you're like, just imagine. Yeah, just imagine next year and we put him and Travis Perry on the floor and we're getting ran by 30.
Oh, yeah.
You're still going to love them.
So that's all I hear. Not a fan.
All right. Big East. I can tell you who's not winning it. They are leading the conference right now. They have a 14-2 record, a 24-3 over record overall, a 14-0 home record, and a 6-3 away record with a 1-loss losing streak right now. That would be the UConn basketball team. They ain't going to do it. They're frauds. Yeah, they've had 2 championships in the past 7 years.
Yeah,
I don't give a shit.
I went with UConn -3 against Ohio State.
Fraud. Well, okay. They're frauds. Can we put that out there?
Yeah, they're frauds.
They're not good.
They've been abysmal on the road.
Yeah, I don't think they beat a ranked team on the road.
Yeah, I should have said that.
Like 2014.
Yeah,
that's unreal.
Or they're like 3-16 against road teams.
All together, right?
That's pretty bad. I'm gonna go with the bald head scallywag, Providence. With what was that transfer from Kentucky?
Lance Ware?
Nope. He didn't play much. He had little twisties, light skinned dude.
Bryce Hopkins.
Bryce Hopkins.
Yeah.
No, I think he also tore his ACL.
Correct. Speaking of injuries, did Trey Edwards come back in the game Wednesday night?
No,
So I heard it was
not that I
they're
recall.
fearing it's an Achilles.
Great.
So Kentucky is probably going to be back again, not playing with a fully healthy roster, which means we're going to suffer. But luckily for us, our guard play is better than our big man play.
We've got to continue to have excuses for Cal, so I'm cool with it.
Here we go.
Oh man, don't get me on the Cal run.
I will be a big Cal supporter until the day comes he proves me wrong, and I'm still sticking with its effort. It's effort.
Yeah, but I mean, man, he's got to
figure it out, and he's got to figure out how to get these guys to win.
You got to look at it from a holistic view. You know, he ran the recruiting table for up until this new wave of basketball, right? So he's ran this recruiting wave, had the best talent, and really, I mean, other than him producing top draft picks, what does he have? That's kind of where I'm at. I don't know that there's much better candidates out there. I could tell you who I want. Jay
If you
Wright,
say Nate Oates, I might whoop your ass.
Nah. I'd take Musselman too. Musselman, Bruce Pearl, or Jay Wright. Jay Wright being at the top of the list, but he's not going to come to Kentucky.
Here's my thing. I think since Cal won his first championship, college basketball has changed tremendously. You've got the transfer portal now. You got the NIL stuff going on. You've got a different.
But that's just the most. That's the most recent. It's the last couple of years.
Yeah, but you got to think after our championship, how many Final Fours did we have up until that transfer portal started? 2015. Transfer portal started when? 2017, 2018?
I'd probably go with the latter. I don't know. That's a tough conversation because right now, I mean,
all of 2018 is when the portal launched.
Yeah, it's a new wave of basketball. I think the days of Kentucky being the blue blood, I think those days are over. To be honest,
well, I don't really think there is blue bloods per se anymore. There's people that try to make their, they tried to live up to that standard, and I think people have finally caught up. They finally said, hey, like we can do this too with the transfer portal now. He can't just go out and get any freshman he wants and send them to the league or keep them because they can leave now. If they don't get the playing time they want, they leave. Yeah. Then everybody starts bitching and moaning. And it's like, oh, he needs to go get these older guys that are coming from Creighton and all these other smaller D1 schools and go get them. And it doesn't work. He needs somebody that's going to be a dog, Rob Dillingham, for example, that's going to play basketball and get to the rim and get his shot.
Oh, I would say 30 Rob Dillinghams.
Oh, 100%. You got to watch those straight shots for once in a while with that. I mean,
I don't care.
He'll be an NBA All-Star within a couple of years.
1,000%.
They'll get a little meat on him, and he'll be just fine.
So when we wrote our
game
outline,
translates. Plays no defense, just offense. It's perfect for the NBA.
Correct. NBA to play defense.
That's perfect in the NBA.
All-Star game would be awesome. So he might be the All-Star MVP whenever he makes it.
He might score 50. Well, that'll lead us into our next topic. Second half of the NBA season starts right now, actually, as we're recording this. Who's your favorite to win the finals right now? D-Mage, go first. Lakers?
The finals right now, I'm going to go with anybody but the Bucks. Doc Rivers, backstabber. He sucks. He's going to work as an informal consultant and then pretty much have the Bucks fire their head coach and then take his spot. Not cool. Hope the Bucks lose. Man,
you didn't listen to the latest episode of the podcast he was on?
Yeah, I did. What did he say? I don't quite remember.
He said, I had no idea that they were doing that. And they called me on a whim and said, would you want to come coach? I like whatever the other guy's name was.
Oh, yeah. Then JJ Redick put him on blast.
JJ Redick put him on blast. And then Pat Bev is getting bodied by JJ Redick right now. Bodied. Because JJ Redick is one of the few people I know that have played a sport and are now in analytics that actually come with facts and not just their own opinion. He's got his opinion, but he backs it up with a lot of facts.
Yeah, but no, for the finals, I'd probably go with a Boston LA rivalry continued, except the LA team is going to be the Clippers.
That's what I was.
And I
gonna
got
say,
Boston
my
winning
favorite.
the finals, sadly.
I was going to make Lamar smile and say my favorite is the Clippers right now.
So
The Clippers. The problem with the Clippers is they can't stay healthy.
Correct.
They'll get hot, and I mean you got Kawhi Leonard, who I mean when he's healthy, he's one of the best. 3-and-D.
it's just made of glass.
He's just made of He's got what I like to refer to as he's got a paper towel body. Bedoff has paper towel knees. Kawhi's got a paper towel body.
Correct. My second, probably tied for first in the West, would be the Suns because they're, as we're recording right now, they're 13-5 with their full starting, with their big three with Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. They're 13-5. We haven't seen enough out of them to say, this is a team. But when you get to the finals, it's not about, you're playing a 7-game series, 4 games or at the least. But I mean, you can get up to 7. At the end of the day, it's not about we got to run a play. It's about I've got dudes that can shoot and I got dudes that can score at will, and those 3 can do it. Now, again, they have to stay healthy, and I think that's the big problem right now is with the West is nobody can stay healthy. Hell, even the East, they can't stay healthy.
Can OKC do it?
I'll go back to that point. I don't think OKC has enough guys to be able to say, I'm going to go score the ball. And I think we need a second big with Chet because he's only one dude. He can't play the whole time, which granted, their rotation starts going down. The second unit goes down in time. The first unit goes up in time. I just think they need a bigger big man to complement him more and let him shoot more versus like a Steven Adams would be awesome in that scenario. But we don't have him anymore. So I think that they'll make a good run at the finals. I think they can maybe get to the second round. I just don't think they can win it just on the pure fact that SGA can't do it all. And Josh Giddey likes to go for 15 points and 15-year-olds. So
who can blame him? Let's cut that.
East. I think it's.
So did y'all hear where Paul George was saying that the OKC trade for him? Did y'all see that he think it's pretty even? And what's your thought on it?
It was even?
According to Paul George, it's even.
As an avid Thunder fan, we fleeced the shit out of them.
Yeah, well, the thing with OKC is they've got 2 million draft picks out of.
Correct. Well, let's reference the PMT podcast here for a second, Davis. If I'm Big Cat, like he said, and I'm the Bears, I want to trade that number 1 overall pick until I have the next everybody's number 1 pick for the next 10 years, and that's basically what the Thunder have at this point.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if with all these picks, I know they're not going to draft every single one of them. I know they're going to trade out of them, but at least it gives us something that we can go get that big man that helps out Chet. We can go get that other scorer that helps out SGA. You can get some good, not decent role players. We have decent role players. It's just we need more bench guys that have their role and can score when they're in the game. I think the Thunder win in the next 2 to 3 years, if you want me to be honest.
I mean, I think the Clippers win the trade. It'll be an even trade if the Clippers win it this year, and then OKC turns around 2 years later and wins it. But, I mean, if LA continues to shit the bed like they do, then OKC wins that trade, regardless of who wins.
I'm going to say this from a fan standpoint. We fleeced the shit out of y'all, so you're welcome.
The unfortunate part about it for the Clippers is the bubble. Going into the I mean, honestly, I thought the Clippers were going to win it that year. They were so much better than the Lakers were.
Yeah.
That's LeBron's tournament, baby. You can't let him lose it.
But we can't discredit baby Bron.
True. Bron played – he's still playing at a high level. Speaking of, is he going to go on a farewell tour?
Yes, he 100% is. Brian hurt and get his ass out of college.
I don't know if he is averaging 5 points a game.
I don't know if he is or not, but no, we're screwed. Bronny, your dad's tired, man. He just wants to play a season with you. Hurry up.
Somebody said the other day, they tweeted out and said, do you think Bronny stays another year? And somebody said, He better keep his ass there for 4 years and go find himself a good job once he's done.
That's true. What is that?
TNT
will
was
give
asking
him-
LeBron.
What?
TNT was asking LeBron what he thought about it, whether he should stay another year, and he's like, I don't think he has a choice.
I will
That's
give
so
him a
cool.
little bit of benefit of the doubt, though. The man is coming off, I think it's a year or less than a year off of cardiac arrest. So
Yeah, he did almost die. That's
I'll
kinda
give him
crazy.
that, but your dad would have probably dropped 30 the next night. So
I didn't realize he was 210 pounds.
who, Bronny?
Yeah.
Yeah, still
There's no shot.
Still no comeback really. Well.
That's like saying I'm 210 pounds, and we all know that's a lie.
Let's see. I was trying to look up his stats, who he's looking like, but he got almost 6 points a game on a 3-point percentage could be a little bit better. So could the field goal, but
Yeah,
True. When you're in the
looks
game,
like
you
my
gotta
high
hit
school
your shots.
stat.
All right. Deadline was last week, right? Valentine's Day? Is it Valentine's Day? Yeah. Nothing happened.
Yeah, the Mavericks got PJ Washington. That was cool.
I mean, but great. He's a great corner shooter for him. I don't think they're going to get over the hump with him. I think, honestly, Luka leaves in the next year and goes to try to play with Jokic. That's just me. But I didn't see anything else happen. It's like nobody – I guess everybody's setting what they got. They want to get rid of their picks. I don't really see this year's draft being, spectacular. It's probably a good lottery pick. Or the top 14 picks are probably going to be good. But, after that, I don't see this being a great draft.
No. Something else that's taken over is the overseas players.
Yeah, there's like the top 5 have like 3 of them in it.
Yeah. But I was surprised the Lakers could make a move, but no one wants D'Lo.
Well, LeBron's about to go play with Steph, so that's all I'm saying.
Sushi. Do you see he said he didn't know anything about it?
Yeah, he said that,
Yes,
but we all know LeBron is like Bill Belichick.
the biggest liar.
He is, but you gotta love it.
He's also
Yeah,
like Bill Belichick.
I love
He's
LeBron as a
the GM.
player, but he just needs to stay off Twitter. They need to lock him out. They need to give him the Trump
I can agree with
treatment.
that.
Get him off Twitter.
Last thing on the NBA second half of the season, the All-Star game sucks. Horrible. I get it. We're in a league now with no defense. Everybody's offense. But it's literally like they just jog up and down. Anthony Edwards said it best. He said, everybody takes this as a break. He said, I'm out here to compete.
Yeah, did you guys watch it?
No. I watched bits and pieces of it. I was turning it on and off just to see what the
I
score
sadly
was.
did. That was the biggest waste of 3 hours of my life. I bet the over at 366.5 points. Then did some research after I bet it and realized that hasn't been hitting a really long time, if not ever. So then I was like, well, shit, I just threw money down the drain. Ended up hitting, so good bet. And then I went with the East. I went money line with the East because they held all the tryhards. You see a team, all-star game with Jokic, Luka, Kawhi, you go with the other team because they're just going to walk on the floor out there. So I went with all the tryhards.
Yeah. I think it's funny you see Luka out there, and he is just he looks like your average 40-year-old white dude that can hoop. But that no
Looks
one,
like
no
me
one
out
can,
there, honestly.
No one can stop him. It's crazy.
I'm telling you, that compares a lot to me. I shot a basketball the other day, and it was like riding a bike, baby. You don't ever lose it. Little flick of the wrist, use some legs, and you're out here dropping them.
Let's
what
not
happens.
go too crazy with the leg talk.
That's what I had.
No,
That's what I had. Hey, I got an alumni game on Saturday, and I'm fixing to put buckets in somebody.
You better start stretching now.
Huh?
You better start stretching now.
My mom already told me she's going to bring me a wheelchair to the game so I can walk out in it or ride out in it.
Yeah, you won't be able to move.
Yeah, I did a leg workout this week for the first time once, and I'm out of shape.
We're getting old. That's what that's called. Except for Trevor, he's been working out for 2, 3, 4, 5 years now, and he just looks like a dad that every girl on the lake stares at, and it's like, okay, well, we don't need to see that. Put a shirt on or something could make us feel bad about ourselves.
Yeah, I'm about to take steroids, but
Oh wow! We're not cutting that. I'm keeping that in there.
Send me the link. I need some.
I got you. But yeah,
All right.
back to the draft. There's like four. There's four overseas guys in the
Wow.
top 10.
It's not going to fix the All-Star game. I think the All-Star game, in my opinion, needs to go to a – I think the in-season tournament really ruined it for this idea, other than like they need to give them money for whoever wins, which I think they did last year before the in-season tournament started, and it kind of made it a little bit more competitive, not much. But the in-season tournament really messed that up when they give them money. So that was my idea. It's like, hey, everybody gets, $25,000 for winning. And
I think
most
you do
point
like
scorer
they do
gets
like the MLB used to do. They used to do the winner of the All-Star game got home field advantage.
That would be dope.
Or home court advantage.
I know that they get to flip-flop it back and forth every year, kind of like the NFL does. But, I mean, that's not a bad decision. Like, you get your first two games at home, whoever wins the West. If the West wins, whoever wins the West gets it, right? I don't disagree with that. But it needs to be something that they need to compete for. And most of the time, your all-stars are the ones that are going to the playoffs. It's not like they have 5 people from the Atlanta Hawks sitting there. They've got 5 people from, the top 5 teams, and that's just what they need to compete for.
Yeah, I've seen a few ideas where you can do like the world, so like any of the European players, because there's enough of them now. Still don't know if you're going to get the competitiveness, but if we're going any type of competition, there's always like the football scenario, the whites versus the blacks. But the whites are going to get blown out. I would take.
Do they even have a bench? They would be joking.
No, we don't have. We don't have a bench. And we lost Luka today. Allen Iverson said today he plays like a black guy. He got swag. I mean, he's cool out there. So he got the best compliment you can ever get as a white guy.
Who? Alex Caruso?
No, this is Luka. Allen Iverson said this about Luka today. So yeah, Luka's gone.
But we lost
him.
For the white team, you do have Alex Caruso. That's all I'm saying.
Pat Connaughton.
True. You've got the Wagner brothers, right? Franz and
Are the Zellers still out there?
Don't you bring the Zellers up. Don't you bring the Zellers up. They're horrible.
The Plumleys, I'm sure one of them still playing.
They're horrible.
Mason Plumlee's still playing.
And he's dog water. Does he even see the court besides warm-ups?
Dude, I don't know if he's still at Charlotte, but he was getting a lot of drip at Charlotte. I want to say he got traded.
I will say, though, we get one of the best scorers in the league in Luka, and then you get a triple-double machine in Jokic. So,
yeah, the problem.
And we do know if Jokic plays, Embiid's not going to play.
Yeah, the thing is, if you play whites and blacks, the whites, you're going to have the most lethargic, laid-back team there are, but they're going to score 250 points. Where the black team is just going to run, and they're going to score, probably 350. Just because they're running.
Yeah, can't compete with that.
Well, I hope.
So where does Steph go? Can we have the Hapsons?
I don't know. Where do you put them? I think you can't get
honestly. They could have their own team. Honestly,
is he mixed?
Just Steph.
I can't remember if his mom's white or if she Asian.
No, she's white.
Oh. I'm not cutting that either.
Please do. My wife will see it.
She ain't listening to us. Let's be honest.
No, she rolled her eyes when I told her about this.
Oh boy, Carson, you got to support. We're here to get out of your hair. Might as well just sleep. It's never mind. 7:30. He ain't asleep. That boy's running through the house right now.
I hear him up there yelling.
No big fixes to the All-Star weekend, though. I think they need to do something. I think they need to figure it out before next year. I like the in-season tournament. Don't get me wrong, but I think that took away from them the McCash.
Oh, yeah, and why are we having G League players in the dunk contest?
Max McClung has played in 4 NBA games this year.
Embarrassing. That is embarrassing. Matt
no
McClung's white ass needs to get out. He's awful.
That's the other problem.
Dude, he's the only one that competes. Like Jalen.
Yeah,
Jalen
that's
Brown's
what I'm saying. It's
horrible.
Every dunk in the dunk contest
NBA,
has
I
been
wouldn't try. I'm in the G League. Hell yeah, I'm gonna go out there and try.
Yeah, true. That's true.
But every dunk in the dunk
He's got
contest
nothing else to look
has
forward to the
been
rest of the year
done
now.
every year, so there's nothing new for dunks. That's another thing that sucks about it. Is there's just been nothing.
You know what
new
pisses me off about that dunk contest is Stephen A. Smith every year gets on his radio show or his TV show and says LeBron ruined the dunk contest because he's never done it.
LeBron tomahawks.
He has a dunk contest in every game, and he's 97 years old.
Yeah, and I don't want to see LeBron out there. I want to see somebody like Max McClung, who's a high flyer and can be acrobatic in the air. I almost said aerobatic.
Yeah.
Acrobatic in the air. I mean, that's fun. But LeBron tomahawking, I can turn on a damn Lakers game and see that every night. Like,
Yeah.
what else am I going to look at?
No, I'd
I
take
do like the
Ja.
idea of G League being in there. If you're not going to have them for the All-Star game, they do the skills competition though, right? Can't they?
Right.
Man, I watched the Saturday and I couldn't tell you how.
I think that they should take the skills competition out and put like the Sabrina and Steph thing.
I did like that.
Make it 2-on-2. If you're going to incorporate the WNBA, let them play 2-on-2. Get Brittany Griner out there with Jokic and see what happens.
Hey, Beatos, do you like women's basketball?
It's basketball, man. We got to be inclusive
Yeah,
of all.
exactly. What's Sabrina's last name?
It's
I
something
didn't see it.
crazy.
It is something wild. I don't. You expect me? Hold on, let me look it up because there's no way I'm going to be able to pronounce it.
Isn't it Finaku or something like that?
Ionescu,
Okay, I was
I
close.
think.
Yeah, Lonescu. I don't know how to pronounce that.
Oh, okay, I said Finaku. It's Lonescu.
It's Lonescu. Lonescu.
Okay,
Well, it's
I was
pronounced like
close.
yo, like Jonas.
Jonas.
Yeah. I would much rather see that though than the skills competition and them throwing it through a hoop.
Who was
You get
did
Brianna
Scotty
Stewart out
Barnes
there.
Did Scotty Barnes do that skills competition?
I think so.
I think he did.
Have you ever seen that man run?
Somebody said he ate a box of 64 crowns for running out there. You can get AJ Wilson and like Luke out there and play Sabrina and Steph. I'd watch that over watching the damn skills competition. Or Kelsey
I
Plum.
probably would too. He's back.
Yep.
You got me.
Girls who can do it both, man. It's crazy.
I can't compete with Darren Waller.
Yeah, he's a big dude.
Yeah, what's Skylar Diggins up to these days?
She's on. Ooh, no, it's Candace
She
Parker.
plays for the Seattle. Yeah, that's who she plays for.
Does she?
Yeah.
She married?
I don't know. His name is Daniel Smith.
Shit.
Is he a big dude?
He is an artist and former former college football player. Went to Notre Dame. Speaking of, we'll get to that next week. Never mind. We got a nice episode for y'all next week. College football playoff structure. We'll be in there, and we'll talk about that next week with Notre Dame because
Didn't they say they brought up them expanding it to 14 teams?
I think so. But Notre Dame's AD is on the board, and he unanimously voted for whatever was voted for, which I haven't deep dive into because
they were rolling it out to 12. Well, we can save all that.
Yeah, but I know he unanimously voted for whatever that they implemented. But yeah,
I believe it was the 12 team.
Yeah.
Which I'm in favor for. I don't mind the 12 team.
I think it's gonna be a little bit better, and I think it makes college football more like not like the NCAA tournament, but I think it expands it out enough that it's like, okay, we get a lot of football, and we're football guys. We love football, so we get more college football, and it extends into our NFL season, which gives us more Saturdays to be away from our wives watching football while they get mad at us for not going to a pumpkin patch.
I'm down.
I'm guilty of not really being too into college football. Like this year, I pretty much watched it, but I just don't like. I mean, I guess Kentucky. I'd pull for Kentucky. Murray State doesn't give me anything to pull for, so it makes me
Kentucky
not
plays
like
Murray
football.
State this year in November.
I don't care.
November though.
I don't care. Results of that game. So that's always been my problem with college football. I mean, there are some crazy upsets, but for the most part, it's just boring to me. So I think opening up and then teams getting to play other teams, so we're getting to see the best competition play each other regularly. I don't care about the first few weeks. I don't want to watch Kentucky beat Murray State by 60. I care nothing about that. So that's my big thing with it. And I think seeing the playoffs, that's a cool idea. 12 teams might be extreme. 8 would probably make more sense on most years. This year was I think it's better than where they were.
Got in with 8. I don't think they
What's
would have.
that?
Florida State still got in with 8. I don't think they would have.
Surely, I don't think they could have left them off with 8.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
They might win the conference championship next year, and they still might get snubbed out of top 4 seeds.
I mean, honestly, I feel more bad for Georgia than Florida State.
Yeah, Georgia losing one game and then beating the shit out of whoever they played in the bowl game is unreal.
Well,
they should have been in there.
They played Florida State's wall.
Because you can't tell me that if you would have taken this year's college football playoff and put it into next year's format, that Georgia wouldn't have won the whole thing.
but I mean that just goes to show that Florida State would have been dog walked
Correct.
by any. I mean, Washington would have killed them.
Right. Well, we'll get to that next week, though. Nice little college football playoff structure. We're gonna deep dive into it a little bit, give you our opinions on it. All right. We have a thing on Fridays that we're going to start calling our Saturday picks. So we've looked up, and for this weekend, it's college basketball. We've got a parlay that we're going to give you, which there's no lines out right now, but we'll give you what we think. And then we're going to give you our super well pick of the weekend. So you get a parlay and one straight bet pick. I think Lamar is going to go first.
You left me hanging with the one pick. Give me a second. All right, so for the parlay, I've got Kansas State over BYU. I don't think that's an upset, but I think BYU's ranked 25th.
K-State over BYU? Yes, they're 25th.
I'm a big fan of Kansas State. After them beating Kentucky in the Sweet 16, I like them. They've got a pretty good team, and their hype videos are always.
Their coach is kind of cringe, though.
Yeah, I agree.
You're only saying that because he beat Kentucky, and I agree with you, but that's the reason I say it.
No, he's.
And
All right,
then,
what you got next?
Illinois over Iowa. That's
Mine,
surprise.
but all right, that's fine.
And then Auburn over Georgia.
So I've got K-State, Illinois, and Auburn money lines.
So everything
on this.
No, I'm just asking, is there any more?
Oh, and then my straight pick. I'm just gonna go off the. I would say UCF over Texas Tech, but I typically like Texas Tech.
I bet them last week.
I'd like to see that spread. I'm not going to pick a straight up, but I'd like to see that Texas A&M and Tennessee spread because I'd probably take the A&M to cover.
Yeah, A&M is to back to our first section of this. I think A&M is a sleeper in the SEC that nobody wants to play because you play a bad game against them. But they capitalize on it.
They'll beat you.
I mean, they capitalize on that big time. So I agree with you there. All
right.
right.
That's my parlay. But if I had to bet a spread, it'd be that A&M and Tennessee game.
We'll put that down for you. A&M and all right, Davis.
Breaking news: I'm 2 for 2 on bets today. Scotty Barnes 7.5 rebounds lock. Oakland -5 lock.
I forgot
So
the bet.
I'm hot.
I would say.
All right, so mine. I'm going to try to stay in Missouri Valley. It's kind of what I keep up with the most. So yeah.
If you stay Murray State, I might whoop you.
Yeah, so we're going Murray State spread. I don't know what the spread's going to be, but we're going Murray State spread versus Valparaiso.
Valpo is going to kick them in the gut.
I don't know, man. They're 2-15 in the conference. It's at the bank. I mean, we've got to do something.
I haven't seen Murray close a close game this year.
They have.
We'll see. We'll find out.
And they're 1-8 in games within 5.
That's solid.
So Murray State spread over Valpo. And then we got Belmont somewhere. Yeah, Belmont's at home against, I can't even find, Missouri State, I think.
Who did they play last night? They screwed my parlay up.
Belmont? I don't remember. They played Drake. Yeah, man, I could have told you
They
that.
played Drake last night and lost 84-69. Please tell me you didn't bet them spread.
Of course I did.
I think Drake's in the number 1 in the conference, right?
I was gonna say
It
if you're gonna tell my bet, tell lightly, because I have not won a bet for the month of February, and I bet every single night.
They're tied with Davis's favorite team of Illinois State at 23-5 overall and 14-3 in the conference.
Yeah,
Which I would
well,
Drake plays Saturday against Northern Illinois, then Chicago or USC, and then they play Bradley.
But I've made this pact that I'm gonna place a bet every night of college basketball. So if I don't have a lot of time to do studying, then I'll throw on, hey, I like this game. I'll just look at the matchup. And I'm like, all right, that looks good to me. So, but I haven't won one in 22 days. So
I won a bet 2 weekends ago, I think, on a 3-point 3x3 or 3x5, excuse me, and I won it.
So
all right, what's next? I got Murray State spread.
Staying in Missouri Valley.
Got it.
No, we're going on spreads. Belmont spread, Drake spread. We're making money.
I like it.
Belmont spread, Murray State spread.
Yeah, so I'm giving you guys how I bet in real time. I just look at it and just come up with stuff. No science. Just
1,000%. I'm not gonna be one of these dudes on Twitter that sits there and be like, put the work in the lab, and I've got this Mega Millions parlay. I'm like, no, dude, I'm just betting what I think is gonna happen. I don't care.
That pisses me
I'm not
off.
putting $150 on it like Davis is. I'm putting $5.
I hate how people are like, I've got the keys to betting. I'm like, no, you don't.
No,
you don't know anything.
No, you don't.
I'm not gonna lie. I thought I had the keys. I thought I had the keys the first weekend in Kentucky. I hit everything I put down. I won like almost $1,500, and I was hot. So the next few weeks I was 100 on this, 200 on that, and had the 6-0 Eagles and the 6-0 49ers. 49ers. I can't remember who the 49ers played that week. They were it's a huge upset, and then the Eagles played the Jets. So I put $400 for the Eagles to beat the Jets. Didn't happen. So I had to win it all back with the 49ers playing that afternoon game. I put $600 down. Yeah, and they lost too.
No, you can't ever. You can't ever do.
You don't double down.
Yeah, I didn't recover. And I bet a couple $100 on the Braves to beat the Phillies. The Braves did not beat the Phillies. So I started out hot.
I won money on that.
Have it.
Bryce Harper hitting a home run in the same game.
All right, my lock of the week is going to be Austin P money line.
Austin P.
So you only have Murray State spread in Belmont in your parlay?
No, Drake spread.
Drake spread. Okay, I didn't hear that one. All right, this is what I got. Parlay.
Actually, can I change my lock?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm assuming Kentucky's plus money. If I ever see Kentucky plus money, I'm taking that. That's my lock.
Oh, I bet that'll be 12 points.
Yeah.
Who? Alabama's favorite 12?
Yeah.
You're crazy. You are crazy.
Definitely bet the over.
Oh, they're pissed off.
Yeah,
They're going to score.
I would take I would definitely take the over. 12 was a little generous. I bet it's probably 7 or 8.
Is it at Bama? I thought it was at Rupp.
No, it's at Bama, isn't it?
No, it's at Rupp.
It's at Rupp.
Oh, okay.
Alabama odds. Continue without disabling. This is from sportsbookwire.usa Today. No line has been set for the game yet. I bet it doesn't release until tomorrow.
Yeah, Alabama's got a tough schedule.
Score
to end
predictions
the year.
has from CBS has Kentucky versus Alabama score, Alabama 85-82. Computer predicted spread is 2.5. Over under total 166. Over under sounds right.
Mm.
That's a lot of points.
I think Kentucky comes in at a 1.5 favorite.
No way.
They came off a loss and then beat the shit out of Auburn. There's no way it doesn't see that.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be
And Rob Dillingham,
8-point favorite.
If you see
Alabama.
Rob Dillingham's post last night, he's mad. He ain't happy.
Hey, it just takes some losses to get a win.
That's what I'm saying. All right.
Well, did you see Dan Hurley's post? How do you watch that not thinking they're going to run the national championship back?
Got a valid point. All right.
Davis, though, I'm going to say it's a probably 7 to 8 points. Bama.
No shot. I'm giving it Kentucky minus 1.5 to come out the gate.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Love my cats, baby.
I love them too. I invest a lot of mental and physical, emotional. I invest a lot into them, and they let me down. Just like every single sports team that I like.
Well, that's why we're here. All right, my parlay. I've got. What did I say earlier? Baylor money line over Houston.
I hate that.
L.
No shot.
You done lost your
Baylor's going to come out hot. They need a W. They need to get a better seed in the tournament. They're going to come out hot. I got Kentucky money line.
I don't know. I'm picking Houston as my national champ right now.
No shot. I don't think it's them.
I probably would.
I think as much as it pains me to say this, it could be Tennessee. And I hope Wes never hears me that. I hope Wes never hears me say that. He's probably not going to listen anyway, but I hope he never does for this episode, maybe the next one. All right.
Yeah.
I'm taking. No, you already took it. I can't take it. Well, I can put it in my parlay. A&M spread versus Tennessee.
Well, Tennessee's going to have a good day. You're both going with it.
And then I've got Texas Tech spread. And then my lock of the day is North Carolina money line over Virginia.
North Carolina?
Yep. Play at 3 o'clock on ESPN. 20-6 and 20-7. 12-3 in the ACC for North Carolina and 11-5 in the ACC for Virginia. I think North Carolina takes care of it. At Virginia, by the way. At Virginia.
Yeah, I could see that. North Carolina's been a little confusing this year.
Yeah, I don't understand. They're kind of like I haven't heard. I mean, I don't care for Duke. I don't really watch for them. I don't listen for them on the news. But I don't think the Duke's been. I think they've been kind of up and down or steady, really, more than anything. They haven't made waves, but they haven't dropped. I mean,
no.
I don't know.
They look pretty good. But I mean, like you said, they're not making any splashes.
Right.
Who do y'all have winning the ACC?
North Carolina.
Yeah.
Louisville.
So when I'm looking like who's going to win the ACC, I'm looking for somebody who can beat Duke, beat North Carolina.
It's Louisville.
And that's my 11-16 Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. So they've already beat them both this year. So I'm going to let it ride. Bet the odds are nice on that.
I'd be fine with it.
They did lose to Louisville, so maybe that's not a good sign. But
speaking of winning, your hometown Florida Panthers are tied 0-0 with the Canes while they're looking for their 12th straight win. 12th straight road win, excuse me. Yeah. So it's 0-0 right now, and they just started the third period. So when we get done here, I'm probably going to go watch that. One of my only teams that doesn't let me down on a consistent basis. Let's put it like that.
Well,
it feels good to have that every once in a while, because the Titans, I love them to death. But, man, we sucked last year.
I haven't found that yet.
Well, you're getting rid of Justin Herbert. He's going to the Bears. You better watch out.
You know, when you guys talk about how bad y'all are, it's me.
Man, I mean, me and you're in the same boat. I mean, we haven't seen.
Please, you've got Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, and Justin Herbert.
And
We've got a quarterback.
You have a quarterback, one of the best in the league at that. Well,
and
Will Levis took his spot this year, maybe, but yeah.
They had a potato chip as the head coach.
That is true.
Well, he's gone.
He is gone. He's out of there.
He's going to San Francisco.
You do now have one of the better head coaches coming out of college football.
Oh, man. Dude, I almost threw a party.
I would have ran around naked.
If he didn't go to the Chargers, I was going to change fan base.
I think at one point in our friendship, you and Davis and everybody else in that group message told me that is not allowed whenever the Thunder got rid of Paul George and Russell Westbrook, because I was down in the dumps.
I've matured now.
Oh, okay. We never changed fan bases in the Dossett household. Know that.
Yeah.
I went through the Snyder era. I'll never leave.
Yeah, I was just kidding. I've been through so much pain and suffering that I'd be too far gone. Bolt up for life.
Correct.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the Chargers win a playoff game?
No.
No.
Actually, I lied. Maybe 2017.
Yeah, they've definitely won a playoff game, I think.
Yeah, maybe two. They haven't been in a long time, but
Chargers' last playoff win was January 6, 2019.
2019. Okay. See, it doesn't happen that often.
It's been since 2005 for Washington. I don't remember that game. I was 7.
That's funny.
I was 10.
Yeah.
I don't remember that either.
I don't recall. So I would love just to see us make it out of wild card weekend. I'd take the 7 seed, take 1 win. Let's go.
I feel
But
you.
it's never going to happen.
All right. So I got these bets inside of a spreadsheet. I'm going to keep up with them. I'm going to mark who wins, who loses, and who gets out. At the end of the college basketball season, let's vote. At the end of the college basketball season, or do you want to continue this to the end of the NBA season, and whoever has the most points, let's say, has to do some sort of punishment, like sit in Waffle House for 24 hours, and every waffle you eat gets an hour off. Y'all think on it. We can talk about it next episode. But
yeah, we'll talk about it next episode.
Something just to make it fun at least.
Just put up a poll.
We'll put up a poll on the social media. By the way, follow us on social media at JBA Pod, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We're on it. We'll be sharing our stuff tomorrow.
All those porn bots need to follow.
I can't wait to have the hottest 18-year-old on OnlyFans commenting on our stuff. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah. We'll give her
I created the account, and I shit you not, within 2 minutes, I had 4 of them follow me, and I had to have them unfollow me and restrict them. It's unreal how they find new accounts like that.
Yeah, Elon needs to get that shit under control.
Correct.
I can't scroll through my Twitter without getting in trouble.
Yeah, you can't click on a tweet to look at the comments without seeing something unreal down there. It's insane.
Bots are taking over.
It's sad. All right. You got anything else? Anything to add?
No.
Yep. Travis Kelce. I should listen to him. COVID is running through my household. I should have gotten my booster. Travis Kelce advertised it, should have listened to him. But, if Pfizer was smart, they would have hit up our dear friend Clay because he would have marketed the vaccine for free. He's a huge vaccine booster. So,
and there was an EMP today. So
there was an EMP today. Yeah, we're fucked.
No, we're done.
Yeah.
Get ready to go to war, fellas. Get ready to go to war.
I just thought I didn't pay my phone bill.
That would have been something I would have done too. But all right. Well, we appreciate y'all tuning in on this fine Friday. Hope you enjoy your time listening. We appreciate all of you. For next week, FanDuel has released their way too early 2024 QB standings, which I feel like is a troll. We'll have our 32 rankings next week as well, along with some college football restructuring, some NFL free agency, stuff like that. And then we'll make a graphic for it. I say me, you're probably gonna get my wife to do it because I can't do that shit. So, but we do appreciate it. We appreciate y'all listening on our first episode, fellas. I think this is gonna be really fun. I think it ended up being a lot easier than I thought it was gonna be. So,
Oh yeah.
we will see you soon. We're thinking Tuesday or Wednesday next week. Peace, peace, peace.
Left hand up.
Peace. Bolt up.